All right, this is an awesome one that I have for you today. I'm going to show you how, step by step, how to set up OpenClaw, which was formerly Moltbot, which was formerly Claude, how to set it up so that you can create your very own SEO agency, a proactive SEO agency. Again, OpenClaw is free. It's an open source program. It is a game changer, probably one of the biggest things to come out since ChatGPT. So I'm not only going to do that for you, I'm going to give you the top 5 ways and prompts that you can use OpenClaw to create your SEO agency. So I'm going to give you all of that and along with how to set it up step by step. So let's dive in. All right, so you want to go to hostinger.com, create an account with them, which I'm not going to do those steps. It's pretty straightforward. And then once you get there, you want to do VPS. And then from there, you would select get a new VPS plan, which I already have a plan, so I'm not going to do that. Once you have that set up, you can go into your VPS. You would go into Docker Manager, and then you would do catalog, and then you would search for OpenClaw. You would deploy OpenClaw. Has your gateway token, which you want to go ahead and save that. And then if you have OpenAI, you would want to, this is your brain to control OpenClaw. So you want to put in your OpenAI API key. So you can pop over to platform.openai.com to generate that. And then you hit deploy. So I'm going to fill out all this information, hit deploy. I'll be right back with you in a second. And then you will see your project here. I have a couple projects, but where you want to click on is this little link here to open up the actual gateway. So this is how you communicate with your OpenClaw. So you go to overview, you want to put in your gateway token here, and then you want to hit connect. And then once it's connected, it'll show as connected. So once it shows it's connected, then you can pop over to the chat and start communicating with it. And here we are. I popped over to the chat because I'm not going to show you my gateway token. So this is how you can communicate it with it. The other way that you can communicate with it is if you go into config and you hit raw, you can set up Telegram to communicate with it. So I have an actual prompt for that, or I have the JSON. So basically it's JSON where you go into the raw and you basically put in the JSON. So if you type in below here in this video, JSON, I'll share that with you. But basically how that's going to look is something like this. So a couple of key things in here. You want to put in your Clawbot token here. So you're going to copy and paste this whole thing where I just showed you. And then you're going to put in and replace what's already in there. Put in your Clawbot token here. And then you're going to put your bot token here. To get your Telegram ID, you would basically go to the username user info bot, and you would go there and you would hit start, and it'll give you your Telegram ID, which you'll need to go back and put in the JSON. Now to start the bot, to create a bot, you would go to the bot father, you would hit start, and then up here, you would hit new bot. And then basically it's going to tell you what you're going to call it, and then you're going to give it a name, and then you're going to give it a username, and then it's going to generate a bot ID for you. So then once you have those two things, you can put them back into the JSON and basically connect the gateway to Telegram. And this is where this becomes next level, because then you can have Telegram on your phone and communicate directly with OpenClaw without going to the gateway, which is really, really cool. And then once you have it set up, you can communicate with it. So there's so much that you can do. And I'm going to go through a list of SEO things. So you can basically create your own SEO agency. But you can also use it for content. So for instance, here is one of my clients. I have this delivered, some type of tip every single morning to me at 7 a.m. So it's basically an Instagram and Facebook post that has some type of tip as a draft, and basically I tell it, okay, go ahead and post this. And I have this connected through API to a website called Blotato, and once you connect through the API, so basically you just ask OpenClaw to basically connect it to the API, and you give it the API ID, and then you connect it to a third-party Blotado. I do it like that so there's checks and balances. You could connect it directly to Facebook API, but I want those checks and balances as far as being able to control it through a third party as well. And make sure to ask it to create drafts. You don't want to just have it start pushing stuff out without checking it first and making sure that it has the right stuff. So every morning it delivers this stuff to me on this channel, and you can have it do pretty much whatever you want proactively. And there's a lot of there's a list. I'm going to give you the top 5 things you can do from an SEO standpoint right now, and then have it deliver that stuff to you whenever you need it daily. It can give you a daily report. It is literally your own SEO agent. All right, so here are the top 5 things that I'm doing for SEO. Basically, I made OpenClaw my own SEO agent, which is wild. So the first thing that it can do, I'm going to give you all the top 5 with prompts. Basically, once you have OpenClaw set up, you would just ask OpenClaw to do these things. So the first one is SERP change detection. So you can have OpenClaw monitor your target keywords daily and alert you when search results start changing, new competitors, new content formats, or Google testing different layouts. This lets you act before rankings drop instead of reacting after Google is gone. So basically how to do this, you would just tell OpenClaw through the gateway or through the Telegram, monitor the top 10 SERP results for my target keywords weekly and alert me when new competitors, page formats, and ranking shifts appear. So you could basically have, you could have it give you a report weekly or give you a report daily of any changes. If no changes, just say no changes. So I like to have reports delivered like 7 a.m. So you'd have to give it the top 10 target keywords and then this prompt. Number 2 is proactive content gap topic expansion. So OpenClaw can identify keywords, subtopics, and supporting content competitors are ranking for that you haven't covered yet, especially those gaining traction. This allows you to publish content early and build authority before the space becomes competitive. So basically, you would just have OpenClaw compare my site against my top 5 competitors and surface keyword gaps and subtopics that are ranking but missing from my content. And you'll have to give them your top 5 competitors unless you give them like an area and your niche. It could probably analyze that for you, but I like to provide it as much specifics as possible. Number 3 is AI search and LLM visibility tracking. So it can help you understand how brands and pages are being referenced inside AI, generate answers, not just traditional Google results. And this allows you to optimize content so AI tools are more likely to cite you or recommend you. A lot of people are losing a lot of clicks because of AI overviews in search, and they're not focusing on bottom of the funnel, high search intent content. So this will help you get ahead of that. So you would ask OpenClaw to analyze how competitors are being referenced in AI search results and identify content patterns, phrasing, and structures that are increasing citation likelihood. So this is a pretty big one. And again, this is something that you can have it monitor this stuff in real time of whatever frequency you want. You can run an analysis daily, hourly. You can just ask it to do it and it'll push. Where ChatGPT is reactive based on what you give it, OpenClaw is proactive. So it can be proactive with these tasks and push it back to you without you asking for it, which is wild. Number 4 is continuous on-page optimization, so micro updates. Instead of doing massive SEO audits once a year, OpenClaw continuously watches your top pages and competitors. When rivals add FAQs, schema, internal links, or new sections, you're notified so you can make small updates and keep your pages competitive. So basically, you would just ask OpenClaw to track changes to competing pages ranking above me and notify me when new sections, schema, FAQs, or internal links are added. So again, once you give it all your competition, it's going to be there and it's going to be proactive with changes and helping you improve. Number 5, competitor strategy intelligence. So OpenClaw can show you what competitors rank for and reveal what they're building next. So you can see new content clusters, page types, expansion strategies forming so you can replicate the strategy, not just content. Especially if you have a lot bigger competition, they're going to be building out probably a lot of money pages, a lot of different landing pages. So you can kind of replicate that strategy, and you can ask OpenClaw to monitor competitor publishing patterns and identify new content clusters, page types, and expansion strategies. This is probably one of the biggest prompts that I use, this one is kind of next level because you can monitor your competitors, their new blog articles, their new landing pages, and then create content. So what I do is I monitor their blogs, and you can have it monitor their RSS feeds as well for their blogs and pull out the keywords, pull out the titles, and then you can use those same ideas, especially if you have a company that's a competitor that's much larger than you. They're spending all this money doing that research, all this time, all this money, and probably have a lot of resources dedicated to this. And then literally the only thing that you have to do is open an OpenClaw AI agent, have it push that stuff to you for free, right? Or very minimal. OpenClaw is free to set up a VPS. It's like $8. So it's not, and then you're using some credits for ChatGPT, but it's not that expensive. Much less cheaper than paying a SEO agency $10,000 a month to do this. So then what I'll do is I'll take that title and those keywords, and I'll use Arvow, which this is a all-in-one SEO powerhouse for content creation as far as blogging goes. And I'll take that and I'll create an SEO article. The nice thing about Arvow is you can upload all your brand assets, your brand website, knowledge base, sitemap, photos, YouTube channel, all those assets. So it uses AI to create content that's SEO optimized, but it's using your own assets, which is nice. So you can pop that title here, pop the keyword here, basically add that. It'll create an input. So you can go over here. I'll show you an example. It creates an input here, and then here's where you can further edit it if you want. So this is, you can add more keywords, but you can go in here, you can add your own knowledge base. So you can add your own website here if you want, or just connect it to the web. You can format it, you can structure it, you can add a call to action. It'll add the FAQs, conclusion, takeaways, which are great for AI overviews. You can add your sitemap, so it'll link to your other pages to connect everything together. It'll external link to trusted sources, or you can give it your own. Images, it'll generate them for you, or you can use your own. Videos, it'll include your YouTube video, or you can do it. It'll do it for you and include a relevant YouTube video. So highly customizable. And then what this does is it generates an amazing article that you can connect and automatically publish to your website. So like here's an example of one for like lawn care, which you can open this up and see kind of all the SEO bells and whistles that this does behind the scenes. So meta description, alt text, H3, H2, alt text, excerpts in here, have charts and graphs in here. So these work really, really well for SEO, and a lot of the companies, including my own, that are using this are seeing huge jumps in traffic, huge jumps in being cited in AI. So I would use this in conjunction with OpenClaw and this strategy, because in real time you can boom, 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 boom. If you generate blog articles in like ChatGPT or like Claude or whatever, it's not gonna have any of the back end SEO stuff. So it's a lot of work. Whereas the only thing that you have to do is take the title and tags, or title and keywords, pop them into Arvow, and then connect your website to Arvow, and it automatically does it for you. So it's really next level. So there's a link below if you want to try that. But this is the strategy. That's how you should be using OpenClaw, and you'll save not only thousands of dollars and hundreds of hours of time. You can start to really wreck your competition using this strategy really, really fast. So hopefully it helps you guys out. I'll be back soon with some more good stuff for you.